here's the other thing that I wanted to bring up. I talked earlier about having something about Splitbox to say. So tell me if you know what this is called. Imagine that this is one half of the Splitbox. Here's how I want to make them connect. So I want to have I don't even know the terminology, all right? This right here, in my mind, is a bearing, this blue thing back here. This is a little like shaft with a nut that spins. And what I want to do is I want to have the two halves connected, right? Here's the two halves. I want to have these two halves connected by this like screw action. Screw, 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 right? Like that. That's the idea. And I just have no idea what that's called. If it exists, I have spent hours trying to Google for what is this called? It surely exists. I didn't invent something in brand new mechanics, for sure not. What is this called? I have no idea. I want to have the red part here. This, imagine, is the left half of the Splitbox, okay? And the ball bearing, which is the little blue part. The red part is the housing of the bearing. So my idea is that the bearing is then attached to this little orange shaft right here, okay? And so that this way, the shaft and the nut that it's attached to can spin freely, but they cannot move beyond the housing on the left. It's stuck there. Even though it's spinning, it's not moving like in or out in any way. And in spinning, it would take this guy and it would go, I don't know what to call this. It's a screw, I guess. But like, that's not good enough for Googling to learn more about it. So if you have any idea, please let me know, because I'm currently stuck on this. I imagine that this is something I'm gonna need to buy. I probably can't just 3D print this kind of stuff because I don't have, I mean, I guess I could, but it probably wouldn't work as well as if it was just all made out of metal and stuff. Other than that, the Splitbox is basically ready. Like, I know what I want to do. I have all the layouts for the sort of buttons themselves, you know. I have the size that I want. I have the way that the top attaches to the bases. It's just gonna be a little hinge. It's gonna be real simple. That is all good to go. How do I actually keep the two halves together? You know, again, this is something that broke. This is gone. The little inside here. Here it is. It fell off, and it's because of a couple reasons. One is that the acrylic is just too thin. This is just not a good one. But the other one is that using magnets is just not super effective. Like, it's just kind of janky. You gotta pull them off sort of weirdly. I thought about maybe using Velcro. It's the same idea. It's gotta be something that's easily removable. I thought about sliding the two halves against each other, having a little like slide well or whatever, maybe from the top, maybe from the bottom, maybe from the sides or something. And I just don't think that that's gonna work as well as if I just had, I could just spin a nut. Imagine a carabiner, okay? You know what I'm talking about. The things that you use when you're going climbing. They have little latches, and you open it up the latch. And then when you want to connect do you want to lock the carabiner, I guess is what you would say. You spring it back so that the two halves of it are touching, and then there's a little spinny doodle that you go spin, 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 and it connects the two. What is that called? I don't know. So anyway, that's where I am right now. Other than that, things are going well with Splitbox. Design is fun, and I've been iterating. I have some Splitbox prototype stuff over here. You know, I've been working on that. I don't know. The second thing I'm gonna be working on is that I've started taking classes for programming, just real intro stuff, nothing fancy at all. But that's because I want to be able to have connections between the two halves, maybe Bluetooth. What if rather than this wire that's connecting them, which is, you know, it's not bad, but it's a little bit bulkier than what if it were Bluetooth? So I'm looking into that. That's it. Those are the roadblocks right now. Other than that, I'm feeling good. That's a timeline when I can buy it. If you have the answers to these questions, then you will help me speed up the timeline. Other than that, no idea.